Brandon Hartz. I play offensive guard and middle linebacker. I started playing football around 3rd grade. I never played flag football. I would probably have to say Garrett Stanley. Ever since I was young, I saw him play, and I got the chance to play with him my freshman year, and he's a factor that I looked up to. Definitely winning a state championship. I think that we're young, but I think we have a lot of potential. We have a lot of young guys that have to step up. I think we're more than capable of doing it. I think BHS football, it's more than just a team. I think this whole team and its community is just one big family, and we work together, and we just go through a whole journey together to achieve one goal. I would have to answer that with saying I definitely hate chocolate. Chocolate to me is disgusting. Comedian of the team, I'd definitely have to say Mackenzie Holmes. Him and Zach Bombardier. All I need to say is we need a two-peat this year, and I think we're going to get the second state championship in a row.
My name is Chris Kerr. I played for Bridgeport Indians from 1995 and 96 playing seasons. My coach was Wayne Jameson. A very quiet, I believe, but he was a very good leader. He showed a lot of us young men, you know, what it was like to be humble, yet hardworking. But once you got to know him off the field, he's a very likable guy. But that takes a while. That takes till you're after graduated to really get to know him. You know, usually the ones that left the biggest impact were sometimes the losses. And I remember one time that we were losing to North Marion pretty bad, and we were scared. We called timeout, and coach came out, and we were nervous, like, what's he going to say, or, you know, what's going to happen here? We're not playing very well. And I just remember the compassion he had, or to say, come on, guys, you know, let's make this respectable. Let's take this. Let's not let down just because we're losing, and let's try to make this one a little better than it looks. And it was just kind of my first wake up to, well, as a team, this is bigger than just me as an individual, because we, you know, we were all together at that point, and berating us or being down on each other wasn't going to help. Being part of the football team impacted me in a way that I'm a big believer in team effort, group efforts. The bond that I formed with those 30, 40 guys at the time really can't be replaced to this day. No matter where you go or what year it is, you know, from a guy from 1972 or a guy from 97 or 2014, we all have things in common. And being part of that group of guys can't ever be taken away from me. I can always have that camaraderie with guys when I don't see them for 5, 10, 20 years. We come back and we pick up where we were because we were part of something bigger than us. I try to, as far as keeping up with Bridgeport football, I try to get to 1 or 2 games a year. I do have little girls that keep me busy, but they are getting getting into Johnson, and the more they ramp up, the more I'll be there. But I definitely know the score every Friday night. And funny story is last year when they were in the playoffs to go to the championship game, me and my brother were in town together, and we were huddled against the radio. We weren't able to make the game, but we were huddled against the radio, high-fiving each other. And so I still keep up with it. I know the coaches, know the kids' parents. Unfortunately, I don't know any of the kids anymore at a personal level. But yeah, I still pay attention. I know what's going on. Other than the locker rooms are nicer and the uniforms are nicer, and as I see a lot of similarities more than I see differences. To be honest with you, I really have talked to a lot of people, and myself included. I don't see a better fit for that position than Josh. It's kind of like he was made for it. You can tell he gets along with the kids. He's outspoken, he's not very outspoken, so he's quiet to himself, but he gets the point across when it needs be. And he's kept the tradition. I like that he's changed some things. Over time, things need to change, but yet he's kept a lot of things the same. And I think he's really progressed the program, which is something that it was the right time, and I see him and Coach Jameson a lot alike. And, he didn't play for Jameson, but his brothers did. His brother Jason did. So his father did. So they know he knows what to bring and what the community expects. And he's doing a very good job at it. I moved back around 07. So the way I'm connected to Bridgeport still is I moved back to Bridgeport in 07 after college and living in a couple different states. Currently, I have 2 daughters, Caitlin and Audrey, and my wife Andrea is the Bridgeport City Clerk. And I work as a contractor at the FBI CGIS facility, and I'm a software engineer up there, and very ingrained in the local soccer scene these days with my little girls. And just enjoying Bridgeport and everything that it has to offer. I basically just wanted, when I heard you ask me, I really enjoyed my time playing Bridgeport high school football, and you had spoken and said a lot of guys, they still love that. And I think it's something to say that you might ask, well, what's your fondest memory, or your biggest game, or your biggest win? And more than anything, the thing I missed, at the time I didn't, but now, is August. And you say, but that's the running and the practices and all that. That time was so great to be with those guys. And you're not with each other just the 2 hours of practice in the morning and the night. You're with each other at lunch, breakfast, if you're going to plan what you're going to do on the weekends. Hey, we got to be at practice on Saturday, so let's go together here or there. And that's one thing I miss more than even the games. At the time, all I wanted to play was the games. But now I miss those Augusts, having that same goal, same belief as 30 other guys. And that's something that you'll never get back. I can't ever get that back. And that's what I miss the most about Bridgeport football.